Video, I want to talk about constant tension, not stress in your life, constant tension. You know, the guys that don't lock out their lifts, so they maintain constant tension on their pectorals or their quadriceps or whatever, so they build more muscle mass. Is it legit? Is it bull crap? I'm going to tell you what I think. Guys, before I get into this topic, I want to encourage you to check out my Q&A link below. Come on over, post your questions in that Q&A link. I answer every question posted. And the best questions I turn into a Q&A video every Sunday, so look for that. And if you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do. I'd appreciate the support. Constant tension, okay? There are some guys in the bodybuilding community, generally just in the bodybuilding community, who believe that if you don't lock out a lift, it places constant tension on a muscle, and that constant tension helps to improve gains. So on bench press, instead of locking out that lift, you would just do reps like this, like kind of the half piston reps where you don't lock out, and you have that constant tension on your chesticles. These guys are usually not doing full range or motion reps. What they're usually doing is they're stopping like 6 inches short of their chest, and they're just doing kind of mid-range, like almost half reps in the mid-range of the lift. And they're doing so, their hope is that this constant tension will build gigantic pectorals. I want to read you a response I wrote to this constant tension half repping practice. Now they do it on overhead presses too. Okay, they don't lock up. They bring it to about here, and you see this constant tension half reps, constant tension half reps. So the constant tension stuff usually goes with the half repping. They don't bring it down, they just kind of do half repping. Excuse me. Here's what I wrote. Let's look at reality for a second. Let's say you are performing a 10 rep set on the bench press. Let's guesstimate and say that each eccentric, that's lowering the weight, takes 2 seconds, and each concentric, that's pressing the weight, takes 1 second to complete. This is a total of 30 seconds under tension for a set. So what I mean here is that a normal set, say you're doing 10 reps, it takes you 2 seconds to lower the bar and 1 second to press it. That's 3 seconds per rep. And that is, if you're doing a 10 rep set, that's 30 seconds of tension on the muscle groups for that set. So, now the tension is interrupted in theory, or so the bro scientists say. The tension is interrupted, this 30 seconds, when you lock out, or so the bro scientists say. I'll get into that nonsense in a second. Now let's look at the piston half repper, this pistol half repper who isn't locking up. They are machine gunning half reps with about a 0.5 second eccentric, boom, and a 0.5 second eccentric. So they're doing like a half second. They're just kind of machine gunning. They're they're not locking out. They're doing like a half. Their eccentric or lowering takes about a half second. Their concentric takes about a half second. So it's much faster reps. They never lose tension on a muscle group. Now, if they are doing, because it only takes about a half second, and I'm guesstimating for sake of discussion, if it takes about a half second for the concentric and a half second for the eccentric, that yields about 15 seconds under tension. But it is constant tension. So they're doing like boom, boom. They're doing this half repping, constant tension, never locking out, but the reps are much quicker than if you were doing this and this and this. Okay, so you have a wider range of motion. You're not doing half reps. So you actually have more time under tension from full range. You're just interrupting it, or so the bro scientists say, by locking it out. Now, let's take a detour. In addition, okay, I want to explain a few other things here. In addition, to perform these shenanigans, these half rep, non-lockout reps, the weight typically has to be lighter than a conventional 10 rep set. So if you're going to do normal bench press sets, where you're going to lock out are normal overhead presses, where you're going to lock out. If you're going to start doing the half reps where you don't lock out, you're going to have to use a little bit lighter weight to get that speed, to get that half rep and, motion. The weight's going to be lighter. So not only are you reducing the total time under tension per set by doing these half rep non-lockout reps, but you're also typically using a lighter weight than you would for a conventional 10 rep set. In addition, this rapid fire non-lockout tends to encourage looseness on the bench press, overhead press, etc. If you're focusing on speed in the mid-range of this rep, typically it's harder to maintain a proper tightness, and it encourages looseness, which can over time beat up your joints, in particular your shoulders. So not only are these half repping non-lockout reps reducing total time under tension, they also are increasing risk of injury, strains, or pains, and you're using a slightly lighter weight, so you can do this quicker type of rep work. Now, I am not saying half reps can't be a decent tool, but I don't believe they're better than regular sets. Now, let me just state one more point. The reason these guys are doing this is so they don't lock out, because they believe if they lock out, they lose tension on the primary muscle group. I'm going to tell you, I believe this is a crock of crap. And if I am wrong, I'm wrong. But here's my logic. If you put your hand on your chest and if you just try to contract that pec right there, boom, boom, and press it up. If you hold, if you push that hand, that palm up, I can feel this contracted. Okay, at lockout, I'm holding 350, 400 pounds, 300 pounds, 250 pounds, whatever, at lockout. That sucker is contracted. I am not losing contraction at lockout just by bringing the weight up for a split second, for a microsecond before I'm bringing it down. I'm not losing contraction. It still feels contracted. Put your hand on there and press. Okay? Put your hand right there. Bring your hand right back here. And then start to press. Start to press with that mind-muscle connection on that pec. At lockout, it's still contracted. If anything, it feels more contracted at lockout. Same thing with overhead presses. If you put your hand on your shoulder, it's contracted. It doesn't relax at lockout. This is bull crap. The people propagating this nonsense should be slapped. Yeah, muscle doesn't relax at contraction. It's at lockout, it's still fully contracted. It's still fully engaged. So these half-repping, non-full contraction bros, in my opinion, got it all wrong. It reduces time under tension, it increases risk of injury, and it doesn't provide the benefit they say it provides, that being constant tension. You're going to get constant tension whether you lock out or not. You can certainly. How many guys do you know who will bench press, and when they get it to the lockout, they'll just relax their muscles? Can you relax when you're lifting heavy ass weight? You could try to relax. You could try to relax in between every rep, but what's the point? If you were truly relaxing in between every rep, then yeah, maybe you might lose tension for a split second. But I don't press things overhead and then relax my upper body. I would die, kids. I would die with that heavy ass weight. So you do not relax at contraction. Guys, so that's it. That's my opinion on these half repping, time under tension, never lockout bros. So guys, hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, hit up my Q&A link below. I answer every question posted. The best questions I turn into a Q&A video every Sunday, so come back and look for that. If you've made it this far in this video and you've yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I'd appreciate the support. So guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.